And we should be live. Hello everyone. How are we doing? How are we doing? Hopefully you can hear me all good. Hopefully you can hear the game all good. Well, you can't hear the game yet. And hopefully, not very much hopefully, but you will hear Shan in the background. But how are we all doing? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to tonight's live stream on SubwaySim2. Let me check my audios. Make sure it's all good. Hear me all good. Hopefully you can hear the game all good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. Right then. Yes, tonight you join me on SubwaySim2, and we're going to be showcasing the new and upcoming for you lot, the Gisela GI1E, which is a new unit EMU DLC that's come to the Berlin route of SubwaySim. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to see what it's all about, take it for a couple of runs. And yeah, it should be a good bit of fun. So just bear with me a second whilst I set some things up. And then we'll get straight into it. So yeah, it's just let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to see from this DLC. And we can certainly do it. Someone's saying that I forgot the slash. What do you mean I forgot the slash? What are you on about? You're always on about something. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here then. What do you mean I forgot the slash? I've not forgot the slash. It's there. The slash is there. Is it not? Well, guess what? I don't care. Anyway, who we got in chat? We have got Kelly, Freddie, Machines of Disgrace, Transport for Roblox, Crazy, Train Sim 6 Clips. I did see your comment that you've just subscribed, so welcome aboard to the channel. Hope you're doing well. You're doing good? Yes, I can hear you all good. Freddie, hello. Kelly, you forgot the slash. Good afternoon. Last night left me in stitches. It was yeah, that race was good, wasn't it? That was a good little race. For those that don't know, myself, Crazy, Casual, and Apple there, we all went into a VC last night on the Discord, played a bit of Euro Truck. And me, Apple, and Crazy all did a race around the M25, which they got round one corner and absolutely went into the barrier. The slash is after the eye. Yeah, it's there. It's there. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get straight into this. We're gonna do a bit of driving on the train. So yeah, is there anything in particular you want to see from this? I'll show you what you get with this. So this is SubwaySim, of course. Let me choose a city. So Berlin. So we've got, if I go to the tutorials, there is the GI1E, the Gisela. I called it the GI Joe train because it's easier to remember. So that's that. I won't do the introduction. I mean, we could do the introduction just to kind of get an idea of things. But there's a couple of scenarios. I'm not going to do any of those today, but there is shuttle service. Happy New Year, that's one, and I think there was another one somewhere. Might be preparation duty, something like that. I think there was 2 or 3 scenarios. Good news from the Southerner. I've hit 200 followers on TikTok and on YouTube and TikTok within 24 hours. Nice one, fair play, Southerner, fair play. I tell you what's pretty mad in terms of numbers for me. We hit 1,000 followers over on Instagram, which is pretty darn nuts. I need to make a little post about that, to be fair, but yeah, we hit 1,000 followers on there, 1,200 at the minute, which is pretty nuts. In terms of the train itself, you got 2 formations. You got a single car and you got a double car. We've got the sandbox. We've got a timetable. I don't know why it's saying Friday 2nd of May. It's a Saturday the 2nd of May. It's getting confused by that, so it's what it is. And we're gonna do pretty much anything. So you can see it does all the services. So we're gonna do. I've done an Erlenstraver service, so we'll do a Kumalanka. We'll do a U3 for sure, and then we'll do a U1, and we'll do a U3, U1, and then we'll figure out something else after that. So it should be a good bit of fun. You're getting the GI1E on Thursday, and the GBR Class 802 for Train Sim 6 is the day before the G1 releases, and the 802 releases on Wednesday. Yeah, the 802. It's an interesting pack. It's an interesting pack, but you'll find out my thoughts about that next week. Yeah, it was great. What I am going to do is very quickly just open a window because it's a bit warm in here. You know, with being the peak of summer, I have to factor in that it's daytime during the stream, but I'm just gonna open that. There we go. There you go. Right. Someone's gonna screenshot that somewhere. Ugh. Right then, let's get into this. I'm gonna go. Look at the unit go. Right then, cool. So that'll be good. You're gonna go and grab some dinner, yeah, no worries. So what do you want to see first, U3 or U1? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, in the chat. You're most likely going to buy the Gisela. I don't know how much it is. I can't find out that information. I ought to really, because I was meant to put it in the thing. I just know it releases on the 7th, which is next Thursday. Let me find out in the email whether I did get pricing information. I haven't really been paying much attention to that, to be fair. So let's have a look. No, it doesn't tell me. No, it doesn't tell me. Don't tell me how much it costs. It probably will do somewhere. A lot of votes for the U3. That's fine. We can do a bit of U3 action. Why not then? So let me just do a quick we're live thing because I can. Let me do that. Do that. Got myself a nice advert there. Go across to the Discord server. Get this all promoted, and we'll do a U3 service. Why not? Why bloody not, eh? So let me do a quick hey at everyone. We're live. There we go. That should do something. I hope so. That's pretty good, isn't it? I think I put the wrong link in there. It's just saying RichyRail on it for some weird reason, but let's see. Visit site. It's just taking you to the home page. That's weird. Okay, hold on. We can fix that. We can sort that out. There we go. We do that. Edit. Change that. That's better. There we go. There we go. And then I can close that down. I can close that down. Let's put a Discord link in there somewhere. Get rid of that. Cool. Do that. For a quick join the Discord server. Yeah. You think the DLC is going to be $12.99? There we go. Hey, I'd say change it to a weekday so that there are more traffic on the network. There is more traffic on the network. I am under specific guidelines to only do a service on Saturday the 2nd of May. That's part of our rules, unfortunately. So as much as I would love to do that, I probably would get. Well, I probably wouldn't get in trouble, but yeah, we just going to do a Saturday service. That's what we're allowed to showcase. So let me pick a service on the U3. We'll just do. We'll tell you what. We'll sort of pick now. Why not? We'll pick a service at like this time. 19 o'clock. There we go. Perfect. How you doing, Trainerholic? Welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing well. It might just kind of be like a generic thing. I don't know. It just said it does. It just said in the email to only showcase runs from the 2nd of. This is a preview build, so I don't know whether it's something to do with that. No idea. Yeah, well, timetable runs on Saturday the 2nd of May, so. Tasty. Right, let's do this then. Activate cab. Let's do that. Let's activate the cab. Cool. Oh, it did a weird thing earlier where it kept putting my audio to the wrong thing. So let me just make sure that's on the right one. Yeah, there's a little audio issue at the minute, so let me put that into forward. Signals, put that into white, that into white. There you go. Put that into lower. Do that, and let's do numbers. 3, 3, 9, 0.
Einsteigen bitte. U3 nach Warschauer Straße. Einsteigen bitte.
Okay, weird. Oh, okay, that's fine. It won't let me move around with my controller now. I was like, what's going on? Oh, is it because I've opened the doors? Might be something to do with that.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
There you go, there's the horn. The developers of Aerosoft didn't include the Bolostrava station. To be fair, this is actually made by a different. It's actually not actually made by Aerosoft. It's published by Aerosoft. It's made by Simuverse. So they're the ones that you'd need to shout at, really. I can see that you can see all the bloody sea tiles I've got down there. I'll move them in a second. Once we get going, there we go. Let's change that to 50. Oh, wrong one. So that's in 50. Let's go. Uncle Tomot. There you go. That's where we're going next. Oh. Do you have any tips on content creation? I have mostly been doing daily shorts for the last few weeks and uploaded long form videos. The shorts seems to get around 200 views. Yeah, so we had a little discussion about this. You might have been there, to be fair. But make sure you've got solid tags, solid descriptions, good title. On a short form video, you want to make sure you've got at least 3 hashtags in the title. In a long form video, have them same 3 hashtags but in the description. And your tag section, make sure to fill your tags with stuff. I say this though, I have been having some issues with growth on the Married to the Grid channel. Like, it's the tips I've used for this channel haven't quite worked for that, so well, very much depends. The trainer's had enough when he gets to 2 kilometers. This is an epic game. It is indeed. It is indeed an epic game. I do wish it was optimised slightly better, because it's a bit like performance is fine, but it's certainly, you can tell that it's quite intense on the PC. Is this game? But it looks beautiful. It really does. Stop there. Cool. And there we go. Nice.
U3 nach Warschauer Straße. Einsteigen bitte. Zurückbleiben bitte.
Right then. Let's go. Put that into release, drive. Let's go. But yeah, go back to your thing, Trainerholic. In terms of tips, again, trial and error, see what works. You know, certain things aren't very popular on the channel. Things like Euro Truck, games like basically anything that's not Train Sim World isn't that popular on the channel. So sometimes they struggle. So it's just a case of trial and error and see what works. To be fair, the bus was just as intensive. I've not tried it on the PC. The bus I've got on the PlayStation. I just don't have. I do have Subway Sim on the PlayStation, but I don't have this particular DLC. And even if I did, I wouldn't be able to have it. Some blurry textures there. That's interesting. Quite intensive round here. Stop there. Gently does it. Cool. For some reason, the G11E can do 70 kilometers an hour, but it only do 70. But it can only do 60 because it is narrow. Yeah, it's quite a narrow little thing, isn't it? This thing. It's quite a narrow little beast. It's cute though. I think it looks very funky. I like it. What was your prediction for qualifying? The McLarens looked strong, didn't they? They looked very strong. Initially, my prediction was Antonelli on pole, I believe, or Piastri, one of the two. So I think Piastri, Norris, they're strong in this race. The BVGJs have entered service on the U5 and the U9. Ah, so are those potentially some units that we could eventually see on this game? The shorts you do on TSC do better than anything else. My real life shorts. Oh, what have I done? I think I've got stung there by something. I think I've just got stung by something, apparently. It's not applying any power. What's happened there then? Oh, there we go. There we go, we're moving now. You think Train Sim World 6 is better than Subway Sim, but you do like Subway Sim? Yeah, I do feel like Train Sim World is better. It's certainly a strong game, for sure. I think obviously what kind of helps Train Sim World is that you've got tons and tons of different routes, whereas with this, you do just have the Berlin and the Hamburg ones. You know, give it time, and maybe this could be as strong. It's certainly got potential as Subway Sim, especially with some new DLCs coming in. I would imagine it may become a situation where, like, they might release a Subway Sim 3, and then Subway Sim 3 could be, you know, your situations, like it could be some UK stuff or, you know, anything like that. They are pretty strong indeed, and to believe that only half of their package, only half of their package at McLaren. But yeah, who knows? Let's see what happens with them. I mean, they might be quite strong. Who knows? It could be a case of Mercedes had the upper hand for the first couple of races, but now with the impromptu spring break, they could be very much up there. Just a reminder, by the way, peeps, for anyone that's interested in F1, I will be live over on Married to the Grid tomorrow from 9 PM with the Miami Grand Prix watch along. You did a long form train spotting at Stepford East, but it only got 10 views. It has in 3 hours since I uploaded it. For some cases, 10 views in 3 hours is pretty decent. It's more than what someone married to the grid stuff has got. Good breaks. I don't quite understand why it doesn't, when you put it into E4, it doesn't actually stop. You have to put it into air brake for it to actually stop.
U3 nach Warschauer Straße. Einsteigen bitte.
You live to the Rotterdam Metro.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Yeah, I certainly think that it'll be a case of give it some time, and there will be stuff like that. I don't know is there any mods on this game? Is there any modding developers or third parties or whatever? I don't know why you have to put in the air brake. Yeah, it's a bit strange. I have to put the air brake on in order for it to actually stop. Like E4 makes it go down to like 2 mile an hour tops, but then you can't really go any slower than that. Yeah, there was another train there. Well spotted. You've got to go for about 30 minutes, so I'll catch you in a bit. Yeah, no worries. I'm doing the U3, and then we'll do the U1, and then yeah, we'll see what we get. There is a U8 mod for this. Oh, okay. Might have to check that out. How do I get that? Is that on the workshop, or is it on like Train Sim Community or something like that? Alright, gently does it. Gently does it.
U3 nach Warschauer Straße. Einsteigen bitte.
Pardon me. Pardon me.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Rightio then. Gotta wait for the brakes to charge. You forget where you have to download it. If you look up the U-Bahn Sim Berlin on Google, it should be the first website you find. When you drive past trains, I always try to spot for other trains that I go past. The door chime is funky. When we get to the next stop, I'll have a little listen for that. Funky in a good way or in a bad way?
Übergang zur Mobilitätsstation.
This is where it gets a bit better now. Once you're in the tunnels, this game really, really shines. So for the U8, comes with 10 stations and 2 trains, the F74E and the F76E, with the H in development, as well as the extension of 7 stations. I might have to check that out, you know. Depends how you interpret it. It sounds a bit like a car alarm. Oh, I'll tell you what, it does sound like a car. Let's get into it. Stop there. The performance is much better in here.
U3 nach Warschauer Straße. Einsteigen bitte.
Can get out somehow. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, there we go. There you go.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Sounds alright to me. No complaints from my end. The station looks amazing. Yeah, the stations look pretty... I mean, the game's really well detailed and really well modelled as well. That's the thing, though, because of the way that it's been made. Obviously, it's Unreal Engine 5 as well. It's a little bit power demanding. Once the extension comes out, it will be around about 2 to 3/3 of the U8 complete. Why is it so intensive? It's because it's UE5. UE5 just is. UE5 definitely needs higher specs in order to run. You got to bear in mind I'm on a medium to low end PC, so especially compared to what is out there in a minute. Like, it does the job absolutely fine, but it's something I would need to consider upgrading in the next year or two easily, just with the amount of games going to Unreal Engine 5. It's fine on the PlayStation. PlayStation, it runs really well. Look at that. Good evening, Alex the Train Boy. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. In terms of scenery, though, Apple, it's got a lot of urban scenery. You've got to bear in mind as well that it's set in the heart of Berlin, so you are in most cases usually just flying in between massive buildings, which obviously have probably got some element of like memory attached to them. Let's go. There's one train missing on these lines, and that's the IK, since the JK only runs on the U2. So is that potentially another DLC that we could see? Because I know that, like, I asked in my SubwaySim video about potential DLCs we could see for this, and I feel like there's probably more out there. This is like the tube, like the underground. Yep, that's the whole point of a subway, mate. that's what a subway is, Freddy. Contrary to popular belief, it's not just a place where you go and get some footlongs. Who knows? Certainly not me. Stop that. Gently does it. Go. Lock the doors. Oh, wrong one. Hopefully we get the IK for the game as well. I would imagine they probably will. I can imagine there'll be certainly a lot of interest to add more stuff to the game. I think they should do a new map though, personally. Interesting that we started at 7 o'clock and 18 minutes have passed, but it's 21 minutes past for me. It's interesting that. Oh, I did pause the game though, to be fair. Deborah Reef, welcome in. Cool. Yeah, this is it's a pretty decent game, this. I like it. Of course, I do want to say a massive thank you to Aerosoft for giving me a key for this as well. Really, really good at supporting the channel, Aerosoft, at the moment. What with them supporting with this and the bus. Berliner Platz. Oh look, there you go. One peeking down there. Look at that, that's cool. I like that. You load in 1 minute before departure time as well when you load in and you change some settings. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Here was me speculating that it wasn't one-to-one timing. Another train has just passed you by. I've got another one there, look. There you go. Beautiful. Bloody beautiful. Right, let's go. You enter pretty slowly. Yeah, I'm being cautious. That's what I'm doing. Last thing you want to do is really, really bugger it up. The JKs are planning to run on the U1, U3 and the U4 lines. The JKs are them newer looking ones on this, aren't they? Am I right in saying that? Just a tiny tad bit. I full send it like they do in real life. Yeah, to be fair, I probably should do. But here you just go in and then you'd fully break it there. Probably even later than that. New ones are the HKs, right, okay. I weren't far off. How are we 5 minutes late? This is not right, surely. I don't understand how we're 5 minutes late now. Oh, 3 minutes late, I suppose. I need to make up some time. Spinchersparver. Something like that. Great stream as always. Thank you very much, Freddie. It's a shame that not many people enjoy SubwaySim as much though, because it's quite not quiet, but it's there's other games that I've tried out and people aren't really right interested in it, but oh well. Slow down a bit, really on 25 around here. Spinchersparver, the current terminus for the western half of the U3 for just over a week now. Oh, so should I just stop here to kind of have a realistic ending point as it stands now? Nice, there you go.
bitte.
Let's go. Augsburger is next.
Augsburger Straße. Ausstieg rechts.
This has been the terminus since the 12th of January. Go. There's another train on the right.
Warschauer Straße.
Yeah, it's been determined since the 12th of January for the western half of the U3. The IKs run on the U2. Trying to think of a song that they did. There's actually quite, considering it's a Saturday, there is quite a lot of traffic. It's one of the older ones there. Look. Let's go. The U1, the U3, and the U4 as well. There you go. Crazy will be your local expert. Oh, 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 oh. Going a bit too quickly, and we've got a red signal. Don't fancy spadding. U3 is every 10 minutes on a weekend. That's still pretty. It's still pretty frequent, to be fair, though. Much more frequent than it is here. Oh. Look at that. That's cool. This is a cool station here. Every 4 to 6 minutes during the weekday. Oh, so a lot more frequent then. Stop there. Nice. Let's get out of here. Let's have a little run round. Let's have a little run round. I like that you can run around the stations. It's very cool. Look at him. Look at him looking spiffy in his suit. Can you run any quick? Oh, there you go. Shift. Working escalators. Look. You can't go on them. Ah, fuming. So can you change platforms? I don't think you can you? Tickets. Ticket machines. I'll send an SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets my. I hope that someone gets my message in the bottle. Yeah. There is a London Underground roundel at this stage. Is there? Is there? I'll have to have a look at that later. Remind me. That is realistic. There's stairs on the other side. This is realistic. Yeah, it is. It's fairly well detailed. We've also just seen a train go there, another one there. It is nice and busy. This is what I'm saying. It's surprising this isn't, more popular, because this is actually quite a good game. This is the thing, right? It's, it's limited in terms of what you can do, because there's not that many routes and not that many trains. But neither did Train Sim World 8 years ago. So I feel like this has got a lot of potential to grow. And I can certainly see this game having more iterations, more cities, especially if the modding community picks up as well. I can definitely see this game taking off. You do like what they're doing for what Aerosoft are cooking up for their games. First a huge roadmap for the bus, and now a new train for the subway sim. Keeping an eye on them. Yeah, to be fair with Aerosoft though, they're a publisher. They're not primarily a dev. So for example, like Dovetail Games, they develop and publish their own stuff. Whereas Aerosoft, this is made by SimUverse, which is a different, it's essentially like a third party. The best way to describe it is like, let's imagine that each third party that's working for Train Sim World, right? Let's imagine that they were making their own games, but then Dovetail were releasing them. That's basically what it is. So Aerosoft will be doing all the admin behind the scenes and all the promotional material and all that sort of stuff, but this is actually being developed by someone else. It's very similar to the bus. The bus has been made by TML Studios. TML Studios are the people behind Fernbus, The Bus, those sorts of things. But Aerosoft aren't fully working on it. They may work on it, but they're not primary developers.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
But I do agree with what you're saying with the games they're working on. There is another one that's just released that I do actually need to give a go of. I've not had a chance yet because I'm going to be going away soon, so I've not had a chance to play it. But Global Rescue, that's one that's just come out recently, which I know is not really train related, but I've got an idea with that. But I've got my hands on that as well. Lots of trains, plenty of trains. It's like a roller coaster through here, isn't it? It's like 13 from Alton Towers, if anyone knows that. You should be able to release the doors at 7 kilometers or below. Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. That's a silly idea. Have you heard about the new upcoming UK DLC for Fernbus? I have indeed. I'm keeping my eye on that. I would like to be able to have that when it comes out. Because there is quite a lot we could do with that, and I've got plenty of content ideas for it. When I'm on my flight on Monday, I'm going to make sure to do a lot of brainstorming in terms of content as well, because I'm not running out of ideas. I've got ideas for days, but I've got this situation where I've got these really good ideas, but I don't know how to make them. So I have to keep thinking about like certain comparison videos and things like that. So yeah. Here is now busier as you're running with the U1, so there's trains every 5 minutes. Right, makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So crazy, will you being a resident Berlin person? I don't know what you'd call them. Like, is this quite realistic? I always do that because it's realistic. The PIS recognises your delay finally. I think the PIS on the other side showed that there was one of the trains is shorter unit, which is nice. But not that delayed. We're only slightly delayed. I don't know what you're on about. It's pretty good, albeit I'm not from Berlin. I've just basically lived next to it. Yeah, but you'll know of this. Like for example, if a game came out in Leeds, for example, let's say there was a Leeds DLC or whatever, then I'd know of it, despite the fact I don't live in Leeds. We're just excited for next month because someone made a TSE map with the entire S-Bahn Berlin network. Ooh, okay, that sounds good. And here we are back on the outside. stop there. You've been to Germany once on the U-Bahn, and I have to say it looks pretty accurate. I think there are some noticeable differences though, primarily because you went 9 years ago. Also, 9 years ago you were what, like 4, so you might not remember things quite right. It's like 340 kilometers of track. That's insane. That's absolutely bonkers. But you can do that in TSC. That's achievable in TSC. Yeah, I agree. It's mental. It is mental, Apple. This is that BVG bit. It's always quite funky, this little bit of signage. You go, look. Where is it? There you go, look. BVG. Very cool. Southerner, you have returned and you've just had some fajitas for dinner. Nice one. Did you enjoy your fajitas? Were they good? Nice. There we go. You've unlocked all the achievements in this game. What fajitas did you have? Chicken, I'm guessing? They were good. So with your fajitas, right? Do you make them yourself, as in, or do you have like a mix made and then you scoop the mix into a fajita, or do you have them pre-rolled for you? That's the question. It's also incredibly warm in this room, and I'm very uncomfortable. So I might have to, after I've done this little run, may need to take a little personal needs break just to get myself sorted because it's absolutely roasting in here. There's 168 stations. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Just a couple then. How you doing, Trainaholic? Welcome back. You use pork mince in yours. Not conventional, but it works. Yeah, to be fair, I rate it. I used to use turkey mince. I went for a period of not eating any red meat at all. So I used to I never ate beef mince. Very, very weird time that was. Yeah, I never ate beef or beef mince for that matter. I used to have turkey and pork mince. It's so hot over there for you. If only I've only ever had mince meat fajitas. Last time I had chicken fajitas, unfortunately, cooked it myself, and I'm not a good cook. You can see where this is going. Yeah, trial and error, mate. Trial and error. You'll get to 25, hopefully, and have a few ideas of how to cook. But you know, it takes a bit of time. You were 6, very close though. Yeah, no, I'm just having flashbacks to last night's conversation where you said you were 9 in 2011, and that really upset me. Whatever, no, 2020 even. I like how it's getting like dusk. The way we do it is basically we have all the components on the plate and we assemble ourselves. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. You'll have like a bowl of fajita mix. You'll have the salad, maybe cheese, maybe some sauce. Fajitas themselves, the wraps. Me and Shan do that. I put it into a big wok, get the wok sorted, and then we'll have like a little tapas night. It's cute. Luckily, it's gone down to 21 degrees already. It was 27 degrees earlier, but it's 28 tomorrow. It's not even that hot. It's not even that it's that hot. It's because it's just warm in this room. And like I say, because this is very demanding on the PC, my PC is red on. It's making it very warm in here. So I may, and I am currently in joggers, so it's a little bit uncomfortably warm, I won't lie. How long have we got left? Just out of curiosity, how long have we got left? Imagine we've got a couple of stops. Got what? One. Where are we? Are we there? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go to the end of here. Let's go. Will you do any dispatching on SimRail? Bedzin is a really good box to start in if you're doing relay panels. Computer panels are easiest, so if you want to do a computer box, I would recommend that. If I'm honest, SimRail really doesn't perform that well for me. It doesn't perform that well for me at all. I have bought the Lodge Junction DLC and I just can't play it at all, which is it's a little bit irritating, I won't lie. I don't know why my performance is so bad. It just doesn't load, so I'm kind of put off SimRail a little bit. It needs some more optimization, in my opinion. Like when people whinge at me about saying that certain things are unplayable or whatever, like for like Train Sim World or whatever, like there's certain things that are unplayable because like they put you off, and there's sometimes the game doesn't actually load for me properly. Stop into here. At least you didn't burn the kitchen down on like one of your moderators. Whoa! What happened there? Ah, poo. Hold on. Got to wait for the brakes to charge again. I got stung. Got to be careful up here. My favourite scenario in this game is Happy New Year. We may be able to do that, you know. We might do that. I think that's one of the scenarios I can do. You blew my microwave up once when I microwaved a fork. It sparked and the fuse must have exploded inside. Wasn't a good day. Yeah, well, metal and microwaves are never usually a good mix, so I'm not overly surprised. It's good to hear you're still alive though. Whoa. Let's stop there. I've never blew up a microwave. That's one thing I haven't done. I farted. Let's go. Message in the bottle. Message in the bottle. You did it for the achievement. Oh, I see. I see. You knock it off. You can knock it off your bucket list. Stop into here. There we go. Cool. I have to ask, have you started packing yet? I will, in a second, show you the pile of clothes that's on the floor. So basically, we went through the cases the other day, just to see what we needed to be able to get ourselves sorted. And then, like, we went through, well, we're going to take this, we're going to take that, and then I've just done a bunch load of washing. But we're going to pack tomorrow before the Grand Prix, because once the Grand Prix is finished, we're going straight to bed. The mirrors in this game should be 60 FPS, yes, but that would melt my PC more so than what it's doing now. So I've turned that down specifically down to the frame rate it's at. How you doing, Lauren Stow? Welcome in. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. How's life going? Yeah, I'll show you in a second. Once I get up to do my personal needs break, I'll show you. I'm gonna go change my joggers because I'm rather uncomfortably warm. Oh, bloody shite! I've done that a few times now. UE5 is definitely an interesting one to run. The bus is also a fun one for me. Yeah, that's why I oh, my battery's gonna die. Hold on. I thought it was plugged in, I thought it was plugged in. Disaster. Disaster. Put that in. Cool. Perfect time as well because we can get going. But yeah, I've not tried the bus on the PC yet. I'm tempted to pick it up if it goes on sale. I know I got the key on PlayStation, but I don't really want to be cheeky and ask for another key when I've already got one. There we go. Cool. You're almost 10 minutes late. Oh, I know, Kelly. I know. Nice new lighting. It is indeed football. Very nice new lighting. This isn't obviously Train Sim World. If you don't mind me asking where you going, I thought I told you last night. I can tell you, going to America. We're going to America. Everywhere around the world, they're coming to America. Coming up to the end of the line. What do I think of the Gisela? Yeah, it's good. It's decent. I like it. It's a funky little train. I like how you can kind of see it going around the corner like that. Yeah, I've got no complaints about it, to be honest. I think it's pretty decent. It kind of, I don't know what it is, but it kind of reminds me a little bit like the old metro trains on the Tyne and Wear. It kind of gives me vibes of that, to be fair. Ah! Oh, no! Oh, I'm going to blame Laura Style for that. Right, anyway. Oh, dear. Oh, that's fine. Back to the main menu. Oh, dear. What a sausage. What a sausage. Right, let me quickly show you. Let me do that. And then hopefully if I do that and go down, you can see, that's the wrong way. You see the clothes down there? There you go. They're all the clothes that we're getting prepped to sort out. Which is there you go. Can you also see up there my cat? Hold on. There you go. I need to get that back into the right position now. I'm using the Osmo now. Good, fantastic bit of kit. This. There we go. Yeah, there's me clothes. Right. So, spad. Lot of spad. I mean your room lighting. Oh yeah, my room lighting. Got me departure board on the go. You can actually see the departure board now, which is good. I'll zoom into it. That's me. Hold on. If I move out of the way, you can start. There you go, Saltburn. Got that in it. Let me zoom back out again. Whee. Fantastic bit of kit, it really is. There you go. Right, anyway, I'm going to go for a very quick personal needs break, and then I will be back, and we'll do, I'll tell you what, I'll shove a poll in the chat, and we're going to do, what next? Should we do a U-Bahn service, or should we do the Happy New Year scenario? Let me just first off check that I can do that. It does tell me what I can and can't showcase, which I would like to be able to showcase. That's not the right one, that's a different thing. Yes, I can do the Happy New Year one. So there you go. What next? Vote in the poll, and whilst you vote in the poll, I will be right back. So let me do that, and then I'll do a quick be right back. So in a bit. Right then, I'm back. That's slightly better. Slightly better. Right then, let's get into this. What you wanting to do? The scenario, by the looks of things. Which is fine. Oh, 90% of you. That's fine. That's fine. Before I jump into it, though, let me just see what people are saying. So, you don't have a beefier graphics card than me, so you might have some luck. The Gisela, something like that. You have been on a GI180. What's it like? Any good? Is it any good? Ah, you plum. Oh, you like that one? Ah, you plum. Yes, you did. The only thing I remember was the live talks in Crazy flying over the M25. That's it. That's the one. A lot of spad chat. Is there a U3 line in this game? There is indeed, Nightmare. We have just done it. That has to be a YouTube short of the spad on that bridge. Ah, no, maybe not. Owen, hi, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Does this come with any new lines? Not that I'm aware of. I don't know whether it adds on to what's already there. I don't know. Let's have a look at the scenarios. We'll do Happy New Year 35 minutes. AH Zwalla said hello. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. This is indeed a new DLC. Here we go. Right, so we need to take a seat.
Hoffe, du bist gut reingerutscht. Pass auf, wir haben direkt ein kleines Problemchen. Uns ist gerade ein Kurs weggefallen. Aber kommt uns ganz gelegen. Kannst du direkt einspringen. Schnapp dir bitte die Gisela und fahr vom Fährberliner Platz rüber zur Warschauer Straße. Ach, und noch was. Draußen ist ordentlich was los. Schneestöber ohne Ende. Sicht ist nicht die beste. Also lieber ein Tick vorsichtiger unterwegs sein. Und klar, ist auch noch Neujahr. Viele Leute draußen, viel Feuerwerk. Kann also gut sein, dass die Strecke etwas voller ist als sonst. Also, Augen auf und gute Reise, Meister.
There you go. So apparently it's super duper busy on New Year's Eve, which is fine. The GI1Es are brilliant. This looks overseas and we are superior to the overseas. This is German. Don't say that too loudly because you'll upset Crazy Players in the chat there. Just had a new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that has just subscribed. We are doing very well in terms of numbers. 8.31 already, which is pretty impressive. You're a tough guy, you're really rough guy. I think there is some fireworks in this scenario. I remember, remembering Train Sim World Suffragette Line. How rude! I know, Crazy. How rude! Like my comment about, I won't repeat it. What stays in the voice chat? What happened in the voice chat stays in the voice chat. Edinburgh is the station that's on there now. I can change it. Should we play a bit of a guessing? Can you see that clearly? I don't imagine you can, but there is a new app on here, which is quite good. You got a new app on there. Very good. Board configuration, and I can change it to whatever I want. So let's change it to. Tell you what, in light of that, let's change it to that. See if anyone can guess the station. You don't think the UK is superior? No, I don't blame you at all. Stop at the marked spot, especially when it comes to transport. No, I agree. I do agree with you. There you go, it's updated now. If you aren't from the UK, you won't think that. You won't think that. Oh, what? Going too fast? What do you mean too fast? Can I only go like 5 miles an hour or something? I do agree with Crazy there because our public transport's absolutely diabolical. We were the first to have railways, yeah, and we've royally buggered it up. Everyone else has had to learn. To be fair, everyone else has had to learn from us, and they've done it better. Yeah, the prices are, as you would put it, crazy. See, you didn't turn on the train protection. We're all here for you, crazy, on your truck. It's very easy to play on this. Very, very little leniency. Ah. Oh, interesting, okay. I'm guessing because it's a different code because I were going from the depot, I'm guessing, maybe. My ticket is €63 a month and I can go anywhere in the country. In the UK it's like 60 quid and you won't be able to go one station. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You know what, I'm not even gonna argue against that. We have some real plums in the public transport system, as Crazy would say. It's not even a debate. To 50, there we go. Running quite well underneath here. I like these blue lights, they're cool. Oh, Dick Loper, how you doing? Welcome in, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We are currently on Subway Sim showcasing the upcoming Gisela, or Gisela, whatever it's called. We have the worst base because we have the first base because we were the first to make the base. That is true. That is true. Is the Gisela just a box on wheels? Pretty much. Pretty much. You could say that about a lot of trains though. You said my name right. Yeah, I was reading it and could see that it said De Koploper. I'm guessing DE is like, isn't DE the abbreviation for the Netherlands? Could be wrong there. You give it a good go. A new name in the chat. Hope you're doing well. I've just been stung again. When will update 10 come out for SubwaySim2 because there are only 9 updates so far? No idea. I don't know how regular the updates are, to be honest. You can always improve your base. Yeah, the issue with our base though is that we've decided to construct loads of hold on. We've decided to construct loads of stupidly low bridges and stuff, so we can't actually do anything to it. Our infrastructure is way too old. You are Dutch? Yeah, I kind of gathered. I'm guessing you also like the Cutloper. I like the Cutlopers, they are quite funky. I also disagree that we have a worse transport system. What do you judge transport systems on? It's much deeper than price. Reliability, and arguably Deutsche Bahn aren't very reliable, but in terms of a lot of the UK network, not really that great. Put it this way, right? I need to try and find a way to get from where I'm living to Manchester Airport without my car. And there's a train that does it. There's a train that goes from my station to Manchester Airport, but I'd have to change 3 times. It'd cost me an arm and a leg, and also there's engineering work, so it's likely to get cancelled. So I can't rely on public transport. You have a lot of companies, railway companies, that have situations where they will run what should be an 8-car train, and it turns up to be a 4-car, but they'll still charge tickets that are ridiculously priced. And yeah, there's a lot of flaws in the system. You're not seeing many fireworks in a tunnel, thankfully. Oh yeah, well, I mean, we could change that if you want. I like the Corporal Upper because of the chopper motor sound. I just like it because of its big nose.
Ausstieg rechts.
Doing good here, aren't we? Good for time. You can get to the airport without any changes. I mean, there is one natural change, Leeds. But even from Leeds, I've got to then get to Manchester Victoria, change from Victoria to Piccadilly, and then it's just a bit of a farce. I can't be arsed. Except between around midnight and 3 in the morning, where I'd need to change once on weekends there. Have you ever been to the Netherlands before? I haven't. No, I would love to go to the Netherlands. It's on the bucket list for sure. I've been nearby. I've been to Belgium, but I would like to go on some of the Netherlands trains for sure. I'd love to do it. I've been on German trains. Now we need to figure out if the Rogue 37 could pull a Gisela. Well, considering the differences in terms of games, I mean, I don't know whether the code would work. I might have to find that out, you know. Could you imagine? You have been 12 hours in a train in the Netherlands. I didn't realise it would take that long in the Netherlands to get from... Wait, is that like from one side to the other or something? Berlin is so good. You went to the Netherlands in 2021. It was good fun. We had stroop waffles and unfortunately no beer. Quirky. Hey Richie, what steering wheel do you use? I use a T300 Thrustmaster. It's down there. Really, really good wheel. Sham bought it me. It ran about 400 quid, but it were a birthday present. Ah, I wanted to check. No, it was a Christmas present. Sorry, I wanted to check the little roundel. See what that is. Get out of there. Oh, well, let me do it. I have to be in the actual cab. Where's the roundel then? This is cool. Look at that! Whoa! Sick! Oh yeah! There is! That's cool! That looks bloody well cool. Still can't go down the bloody escalators though. It's a shame. Wittenbergerplatz. To fix the oh my god, to fix the unreliability, you would need to look at why we haven't oh my god, I can't even say that word. Why we have that in the first place. Lots of services are cancelled due to understaffing the services, old broken down trains, and poor outdated infrastructure. Yeah, pretty much a lot of the issues. Why? What's going on here? I broke it because I got out. No, I agree with you, football club. I do feel like more investment needs to be put into the UK railways, and this is what I think GBR are attempting to solve. Because as well, there's only so much investment you can put in when there's so many different companies that own different parts of it. Can you say the Dutch G? Dutch G? I mean Dutch G. You have been on the DVR 147 from Flughafen Berlin to Potsdamer Platz. HS2 is a waste of money in my opinion, anything but giving us a boost in transportation, though that's what GBR is for in the end. Again, I highly disagree with HS2. I initially thought it was a good idea. I don't anymore, because what's the point in another high-speed link between London and Birmingham when you've already got 2 or 3 main ways to get to Birmingham and London in like an hour? It's not like it's major. And I also feel like if it started in the north, it would have made it to the south. 100%. Ah, right. Keep getting stung here. I wasn't getting stung as much before. The DB is pretty underfunded over here. The camera is back. It is indeed, Casper. I've got a different webcam. That's why my old webcam just wasn't seeming to work. It just didn't seem to like OBS for some reason. It just weren't detecting it. So I've hooked up my DJI Osmo because I bought it for Married to the Grid. But I thought, well, I might as well use it here as well. And it's a really, really good bit of kit. Is the Osmo. Really high quality. Like we're streaming in 1080p on the webcam, and I could probably, I think I can capture footage up to 4K with the webcam. It's nice and clear. I like it. I mean the G, but you say in Dutch, so like a Dutch word. Geweldig. No idea. No idea. I tried. Did it work? Let's go. You got the luck, I've got the key. You know where I wanna be. Do 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 do. I like this bit down here. It's quite fun. How you kind of like zoom through. To answer someone's question, by the way, it is pretty much a box on wheels. It just about makes it. You did pretty good. I certainly try and give it a good go. I only know Corp Loper because I've practiced it. I used to be quite good with languages. You wouldn't believe it. I was really good. I picked up Welsh really quickly when I lived there. Hold on, bear with me a second. You got the one, I'm got the key. You know where I wanna be. Just had another subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that's just subscribed. Hope you're doing absolutely well. Absolutely splendid. well on the way to 8,500 subscribers, which is pretty damn nuts, really, to think about it.
Sag mal, bist du jetzt schon draußen auf der Außenstrecke? Dann pass besonders gut auf. Wir haben mehrere
Oh dear!
dass die Leute Böller
People throwing fireworks onto the tracks.
Kein Witz.
Blooming
Also
heck.
wirklich vorsichtig fahren und aufmerksam bleiben.
Interesting scenario. Fireworks onto the tracks. Are they going to start firing? Are they going to start shooting fireworks at my train? Do you know the UI sound in Dutch? No, I don't. Can you play Space Flight Simulator? I've never heard of it. Is that a separate game or is that a Roblox game? What would you do for a 9k subscriber special? I don't know. I don't know. Whoa! Bloody hell! Can you hear that? Can you hear the fireworks? Juffing hell. Oh my god, you can see him there, look. I'm open to any suggestions though for a 9k subscriber special. Wow, look at this! Look at this! Oh dear hell. Blooming Nora. Look at this, this is well sick. They look really, really cool. Loads going on. That's cool. Cool through there, I like that. Look at that. Blooming heck. Wow, well pretty. Look at that. Gorgeous. That's actually really pretty, I won't lie. Plenty of fireworks. Oh, there's muck on the window and all sorts. I don't turn my window wipers on now. It's like muck on the window, like loads of soot from the fireworks. That's incredibly distracting. I'm just looking at the fireworks. A home in Dutch is huis, so the UI is in this word. Oh, the pronunciation. Okay, the you huis, oi. We like an oi sound. Bloody hell. Blooming Nora. I feel like I'm in Birmingham. If you know, you know. You love this scenario. Yeah, it's pretty decent. For example, LNER have ordered a new fleet of trains, the 897s, to replace an old number of 91s. The cost of ordering a new fleet versus adding a few more Izumers to the 2018 order must be substantial. You've got things like that which just truck funds down the drain. Yeah, but the thing is though, those are private companies that are doing that. That's the situation. So like LNER, that is still at the time private. It's a company that have done that. It's their lease agreement, nothing to do with the government. It'll only let them once the government, because again, I feel like the government, although things are going to come under government control, I feel like LNER and things like that are still going to exist as a company. So like licensing and stuff will still be a bit interesting. I know LNER aren't private, but I'm pretty sure when they announced that they still weren't under government control yet. Sure, fair now. How you doing, Cologne B? Welcome in, hope you're doing well. I do not know how it is in English, how to explain it, but it's not an oi sound. Is it whois? Or is it like an owl sound? So is house in Dutch, is it house? Plenty of fireworks going on, my goodness. So who will pay LNER or the government? Well, if it's government owned, then I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure who would do it. I don't know the ins and outs of that. It may be a government thing, possibly. I don't know. But that's investment, isn't it? That's investment into stock. New stock, I don't believe is a major issue. What does need to be updated is like signalling and, like for example, you've got parts of the East Coast Main Line that theoretically could be 140 mile an hour and they just won't do it. Lots of explosions and kablamos. It's a cool scenario, this though. Very cool scenario. Richie, Space Flight Sim is a separate game available on the mobile or PC. I might have to think about it. You have subscribed. Ah, thank you very much, Corploper. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I can see there we go. We're very close to 8.32k. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the RichyRail train. Plenty of sparks. That's absolutely delightful. That's a really delightful scene. That I like that. Loads of fireworks going off. Is this like, would this actually happen? Would this many fireworks actually happen? I feel like people would be skint by this point. You'd need infrastructure upgrades to go to 140. They won't happen anytime soon. ETCS is a good stepping stone. Do you have Train Sim 6 with Swallow Groningen? I do indeed. I do indeed, mate. We have played that before on the channel, so feel free to go and check out that content. I've done content on that, and I've also done content on the Sprinter, the SNG. I personally, as well, have been saying that I want to see more Dutch stuff. Whoa! Big kablamo there. Shove me. Getting well chaotic. You'd think this would be tanking performance, but you know what? This is running smoother than what it was in timetable mode. My goodness gracious me. Whoa! Big kablamos. Some big kablamos going on. Look at that. That's absolutely fantastic. $140 would do the East Coast Main Line. The world of goods capacity would grow and less delays due to knock-on effects. Do you know what? Do you know what honestly needs sorting? It's the ticketing system, because there's so many different types of ticket that people get confused. And I watched this guy once who was saying like, you should allow, like, if someone turns up to a station half an hour before their train, they should be able to bid on the ticket to potentially, you know, get capacity on that train. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's unfair that you have to spend so much money on a specific train, whereas a later train could be a hell of a lot cheaper, or an earlier train could be a hell of a lot cheaper, and you can't get it. Fireworks went on the windscreen. How you doing, Samantha? In the good old days, even when LNER were private and running A3s and A4s, they used government money to upgrade the signalling and such to allow faster trains. My lad used some good old socialism. Well, yeah, there you go. There's an answer for you, football club. I would imagine that it's probably the government that are funding the trains. But I think in the grand scheme of things, maybe a couple of new trains isn't that expensive compared to what could be done. So many fireworks, I know. Which Dutch trains do you know? The SNG, the Corporal Upper, the Verm, I know the Verm. And I think that's pretty much it. Do you know about Spirit Airlines? Yeah, I've heard about them going, they've collapsed, haven't they? Which is fine by me, because, not fine by me, but it's, I'm flying Delta in 2 days, so if I were flying Spirit, I'd be a little bit concerned. I won't lie. Bang. Sorry, what capacity? I meant the capacity of the trains you can fit in the timetable. Spirit Airlines doesn't exist anymore. They went bankrupt. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think they collapsed, didn't they? They went into administration. I wonder why. Is that something to do with this jet fuel thing? Because I think Spirit Airlines was similar to like how in the UK we've got Lumo trains, like they're open access operator. I'm pretty sure anyway. Whereas you've got things like Delta, United, American. They're all, I don't know if they're government owned, but they are strong. They are like your Avanti West Coast, LNER, things like that. There's also a DDZ SLT Flirt Verm and 3 types of Verm 1. All sorts of Verms. All sorts of Verms. Yeah, question for you, Coploper. I'm guessing you've got the route, the Zwolle-Groningen in... Okay, cool. We've got a couple more stations to go. Yeah, so Coploper, what Dutch route would you like to see next? I personally would like to see something out of Amsterdam. The Amsterdam Schiphol, something like that. LNER have been bailed out so many times. Thousands of fireworks. Yeah, I'm slightly concerned for Berlin's firework budget because I can imagine this is costing an absolute arm and a leg. In the UK, right, we have fireworks for 10 minutes and then drones were doing it last year. We call the SNG. Oh, what? Ah, darn, okay. It's fine. We call it SNG because it has so much, such bad seats, like a souped subway. Yeah, they're like a little commuter train, though, aren't they? You can catch a train from Frankfurt Airport to Amsterdam. You can get a train from anywhere to anywhere in Europe. You can just about get a train from here to Leeds, to be honest. You'd like to see Zwolle Amsterdam. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Connects up to Zwolle. I get it, yeah. You can catch a train. Oh, yeah, red on. Amersfoort to Amsterdam. Fireworks for 10 minutes and someone from Big Brother in 2003 to push the button. Yeah, we like our random ass celebrities, don't we? By the way, the S&G stands for the Sprint New Generation. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's called an S&G Sprinter. So is it called a Sprint New Generation Sprinter? Brilliant, I like that. Oh, bang! Whoa! Blow my neck. Kablamo! This is a lot of fun. I like this. Very interesting. Tons of fireworks. People got sparklers and stuff. Brilliant, yeah. Happy New Year indeed, Adam. We're only 5 months into it. How does Amsterdam have this many fireworks? This is Berlin, but yeah, how does it? Catch you later, Cockloper. Much appreciate you coming in. Thank you for your input about your language and your country, and I'll hopefully see you in another stream at some point. Oh no 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 no! Oh, I thought we were gonna spad again. Oh, panic! I thought we were gonna spad again. Dear, dear, dear. I thought that was a spad incoming. Bang. Oh, just had another new subscriber. Welcome aboard to the new person that's just popped in. Much appreciated. Welcome aboard the RichyRail train, which is currently a box with loads of fireworks in there. Extra fireworks for a spad. Ah, oh, trust me. Trust me. Oh, I've been stung again. That's fine. Drive exactly onto the platform. Oh, fine. Fine. Have it your way. Have it your way. Do 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 do. Oh, I've got an Ollie Murs song stuck in my head. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I kinda like it when you bring me to my knees. Do 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 do. A dee dee doo, a doodle doo doo. Cool. Nice. That was a nice little service. I enjoyed that. That was good. This train terminates here. Secondly, who works on New Year's, especially doing railway work? Apparently, I mean, someone's got to do it, especially with it being a big city. I'd imagine you would have people doing stuff. Apply the parking brake. That's fine. We can raise that up. Isolate that, which is there. Change these to red. Cool. Nice. Set that to 0. Beautiful. Nice. There we go. Cool. We got plenty of experience with that. Cool. Happy days. Interesting. You do depot to there. Okay, we can do that. Oh yeah, Richie, I applied for a job on Gatwick Express. Oh, nice. Let me know. You'll have to let me know how that goes. Keep me updated. Right, activate the cab. New Year's Day at the hospital was triple pay. Oh, yeah, that's good. There you go. Triple pay. I wish I got bloody triple pay. It would be useful. 0014. Cool. Where are we on the map? All in Strava. That's fine. I think we're doing the same route again, to be honest. That's fine. This is the whole route map, by the way. So no, there's nothing no that I can see of anyway. So let's there we go, I think. What have you applied for specifically, Southerner? There we go. Let's go. Get to that. One 7 1 0. Enter. And I need to press that when it tells me to. Onboard supervisor, aka guard, but I don't press the buttons.
Einsteigen bitte.
That's boring, that. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change the UK departure board. Guess the station if you can see it.
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Let's see if it's gonna.
U1 nach Warschauer Straße. Einsteigen bitte.
What? It's getting the waiting time. Whoa. Oh no! I've done something. I've reset the settings. Oh no! I've got to go through and change all the colours. Ah, disaster. Oh well, I've accidentally reset my board. Darn it. Oh well, be right. Breaking F1 news, can I say now? Breaking F1 news? You can certainly try. Is it something that I've not seen? Oh, has the race been cancelled? Oh, don't tell me the race has been cancelled. Well, I'm going to check this out. Can't see any news anywhere. You're scaring me, Southerner, tell me. Oh, what have I done there? It's just pinged on the F1 app. Oh, I'm scared. Southerner, you're spooking me. Long time no greet. How you doing, Bovril? Welcome in, hope you're doing well. How was Hockenheim? I'm really upset that's done that. What allows me to disqualify from the sprint race? Oh! I already knew that. Bloody hell, Southerner. You got me all worked up for now. I thought the race were going to get cancelled. Welcome back, Cuploper. We're doing well. Grand managed to catch my first IC 1 and 3 in the process. Good times. How long you got left in Europe now? Because you said it was a year away, didn't you? Isn't there forecast massive storms for Miami tomorrow? I think so, yeah, but there's been no talk of any rescheduling of the race, so I'm not fully sure what's going on, to be honest. I am going to go watch the qualifying after this, though, because I'm going to come off at 9 o'clock anyway. But I don't know whether there's been any changes to anything. Let's have a gander. Yeah, nothing seems to be changing. Just carry on going. Skip all that, don't care about all that. Right. Qualifying, yeah, nothing about the race being changed. Less than a month now, scary. I'll be back in your realm soon. Oh dear, Bob. I'll have to quickly escape. We had a president last year called Dick School. Now he is not the prime minister. His name is spelled everywhere wrong. Oh, what have I done there? I tabbed out by accident then. Try not to get stung here. What time is it for you? It's 9:15. I'm an hour behind you, I believe. Oh, what? Ah, I hate getting stung. It's why I keep being late, so I've got to wait for the brakes to charge. The F90s run on the U7. For you, it's 21:47. It's 20:47 here. Hello.
I'll just say, I think I need congratulations.
Why?
Because I've been constipated all day and I've just pooped. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. What? I can't believe she's just told me that. That's a little insight to my married life, peeps. Are you watching qualifying in 10 minutes? Love? Love? Are you watching qualifying in 10 minutes? You don't have to, I'm just seeing if you are. Hello, Southwestern. Welcome in, hope you're doing well. How are you doing on this fine Saturday night? There's currently a massive forest fire in the Netherlands. That's not good. I'm assuming you're nowhere near it, and if you are, I hope you're being safe. They're going to be married to the grid stream. Not for qualifying, no, but for the race, yeah. We were going to stream the race watch-alongs are all good, but I feel like if we try and stream every session, it kind of takes away a little bit of the fun of just watching it. Yeah, I'm finishing in around about 15 minutes. Why? You can do it whilst we're watching it. Boring. You're not near it. There is a thunderstorm coming. On the topic of F1, what did you think of the sprint race? First race I've watched this season. I wasn't too intrigued. Yeah, to be fair though, it is Miami. It's not exactly a thriller of a race. I think the regs are all right. I honestly don't see all the stigma about them. I get it. I understand why people are upset about it, but there's actual competitive racing now. There's actually overtakes. There's actually entertainment, and that's exactly what people have wanted. Yeah, the sprint race wasn't great, but to be honest, Miami's not the best circuit in the world. Trying to like polish a turd, to be honest, but you know, Australia, good race. China was also another good race. Japan were all right. You know that. You know, not every race is going to be a banger. But we'll certainly see tomorrow. Weather affected race, probably. So we'll see how it unfolds. I think once we get into the European leg of the Grand Prix of the season, then I think things will start looking a bit better. And into daylight. There we go. I'm going to get stung if I'm not careful. There's an HK over there. We in the Netherlands a train that we have in the Netherlands a train that is covered in funny monster paintings, but there are now unfortunately graffiti on the train. You only like Miami to race on, not to watch. I also dislike anything that's America decides to turn into clout things, aka celebrities. I mean, well, you won't like where I'm going in 2 days then. Because I'm going to America. I quite like America. HK, is your favourite U-Bahn train?
Zurückbleiben bitte.
Malcolm Brooker, let's go. Alright, so as we get up to 25 there, I'm going to ask in the poll thoughts on the Gisela. Good. Good. Getting day 1. Getting it on sale. It's alright. Not for me. Unsure. Cool. There you go, peeps. So what's your thoughts? Are you going to get this on day 1? Are you going to get it on a sale? Are you unsure? Or is it not for you? The train paintings were added because an 8-year-old won a competition painting. Nice! I like that, that's cute. I just purely spend my time watching any GT races such as the NLS or the GTWC. If I remember correctly, yesterday you said you was going to try an American breakfast. If so, enjoy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've had an American breakfast before, but Shan hasn't. Our hotel, we've got like bed and breakfast. Our hotel's got biscuits, which is not the biscuits that you're thinking of. It's they're like scones essentially, but you put like sausage patties and shit in them. And I'm well looking forward to that. That sounds like a bit of me. SubwaySim2 is something I've looked into getting, but before, but never have. I would recommend it. It's a decent. If you like Train Sim World, you'll like this because it's the same kind of concept. It is just subways. The controls are relatively similar. I think you can do safety systems. I'm not too sure though. But yeah, it's not bad at all. Yeah, I think it's got a lot of potential. You know, 8 years ago, Train Sim World had a couple of routes, and now it's got a whole heap of routes. So, you know, in future we could see more stuff if people support it, and I'm all here for the supporting of it. I can also smell burning, which is never good, but I can imagine it's all in fireworks. Now there is graffiti on it. We also have a green verm train that is now being renovated, and we have a nickname called the Malt Train. American cuisine is terrible for you, but it is heart attack worthy. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Shan's gonna love it because whenever we go to Lanzarote, it's all like squid and shrimps and shit like that. So she doesn't eat anything. She doesn't like. She's very much a meat and two veg, you know, British tapas sort of gal. And yeah, going to America where it's burgers, hot dogs, biscuits with sausage meat in them, she's all for it. She's happy about that. I can also really badly smell burning, which is slightly concerning. I also just rhymed there. I didn't mean to do that. Not my PC. It would have stopped streaming by now. Do they have a Spoons in New York? Well, I'm not going to New York, but no, they don't have a Spoons in New York. DDZ stands for double decker zoning. They do have a Spoons in the airport I'm going to in the UK before I fly out. So I was saying about like the textures and stuff, like look at the buildings here. They're incredible. Like it's got to load all this stuff in. Really well detailed. Do you know how many stations there are in the Netherlands? I'm going to guess around 1,500, 1,500, something like that. If I worked scenario had 4D effect. Yeah, something like that. I can definitely smell burning somewhere. I am finding though, the more I'm running this, the better it's running. So maybe it's a case of similar to like Unreal Engine 5 that the more you run it, the better it becomes. You might wait until SubwaySim2 goes on sale on PlayStation, then you may pick it up. Yeah, go for it. I don't know when it goes on sale, but I imagine it'll go on sale at some point. In my opinion, it's better on the console because you can run it higher graphics and the console can keep up to it. It runs better on the PS5. There are 399 stations. Oh, I'm just guessing because there's tons in Germany and there's like 2,000 here. So you've got the quali on. It's not quite on just yet, is it? Over 2 minutes yet. I'm hoping to time this just right so that I can come into this station like 5 minutes after it starts. To be fair, you only really want to watch Q3. Q1 I'm not right asked about. I'm doing the coffee though. My goodness, I'm starting to fall behind a little bit. Everywhere around the world, they're coming to America. My PC specs are like 6 years old now at this point where it's at out of game requirement range. Yeah, mine's getting there. Mine's getting there. Because mine's like medium to low end. Talik, is that how you say that? Evening from Cyprus. Good evening. New name in the chat. And also a new country, I think. Welcome in, hope you're doing well. We are currently on SubwaySim2, taking a little look at the new Gisela, something like that. Yeah, much appreciate you popping in here. We will be ending shortly because I'm off to go and watch the F1. But yeah, pleasure to have you here. Also, if you own a VR headset and get Steam VR, there should be a way to play compatible games using your computer to run them. And I believe SubwaySim is one of them. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. That actually could be quite good. I'm tempted to hook up my TSCX up to it. I keep meaning to do that. Just scratching my bald patch on the back of my head. Don't mind me. Excuse me. TSCX is easy with the HK. I think my game list would be the bus and the Hamburg DLC. Your top game list would be the bus with the Hamburg DLC. You have it on OMZ, but it's one of the biggest maps. I've once started an ICNG train in real life. Oh, cool! I've done a horn of a class 37, which is quite cool. I'm gonna get the qualifying up whilst I'm doing this. Make sure you go near it. Oh, it's only just started by the looks of things. It's only just started, which is fine. Maybe the Hamburg and TS Classic. Yeah, I think I've got it. Possibly. I'm not sure. I think I was going to get it and do a comparison video, but I never did in the end. You've got the master key. There's the HK there. Oh, chuckle. Let's go! Oh, she's chuckling again. There is a Hamburg Hauptbahnhof off in Train Sport 6. There is! You're correct. Theoretically could be a way to like interconnect between all of them. There's also Hamburg and Berlin in Eurotruck and Fernbus. You want to become a train driver? Well, I wish you all the best. Honestly, it's something I wish I could have done. Don't get me wrong, I'm in a good career now and I enjoy what I do, but it would have been nice to be able to get into the railway industry as a job. So all the best to you. And in years to come, if you do become a train driver and I'm still doing YouTube and you fancy giving me a tour of the train, then let me know. That'd be very fun. And I've just been stung again. Typical. Let's go. Alex, how do you have early access? I've been granted early access from Aerosoft for this, so a big shout out to them. I'm part of their content creator program. But this release is on the 7th of May, in a couple of days' time. Thursday next week, I believe. And yeah, it's quite fun. It's quite fun. I like this train. It adds a couple of scenarios. The scenario's cool. The fireworks one is really cool. I think that's a really nice touch. But yeah, it's very cool looking. We'll have a little run through as well, if I remember, as we come into the final, because we're coming to the final stops now. Well, that would make a little bit, make it that a little bit longer, maybe 6 or 7 years. I mean, I'd like to still hope I'm alive in 6 to 7 years, so that's that's okay. Plenty of time though. The graphics look a lot nicer than I remember. Not got the game yet. On a sale for like 25 quid or something. Would you recommend it? I would recommend it if you've got a high-end PC. If you've got a high-end PC or a PlayStation or an Xbox, then absolutely 100% go for it. Because you know it's one of them where if you like Train Sim World, I'm sorry, I'm a bit distracted because I'm watching the F1 at the same time. If you like Train Sim World, you'll like this. It's the same concept really. It's just a different developer. So, you know, if you can get along with Train Sim World, you get along with this. 4 to 5 years. Do you know maybe if the Gisela is going to be released on the PS5, and if so, how much will it cost? Because people will say it will be free. No, it won't be free. It definitely won't be free. I've heard talks of it being $12.99. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to go through here. So I think it's $12.99, but it's definitely on the PlayStation, as far as I'm aware. It released it on the 7th, though. I know that for sure. Let me pull into this station. I'll try and find some documentation about it. Look at that. Been wagging down there. What would be really cool if you could see the buses from the bus in this. Like, if you own the bus, it'd be cool to be able to see them going around. Not game the game yet. Yeah, it took me a minute to figure it out. Is it going to let me still have that? No, it's not. It's just going to sting me and be a little sod. Such an embarrassing typo. I have a 5060 Ti and a 7600X. Would you say that would run it well? That's like trying to. That's like trying to ask a monkey if it likes peanuts. Wouldn't understand what you're saying. No idea. I'm not very good when it comes to technical things. 50. I would guess a 50. I've got a 4080 in mine, and it's all right. But when in doubt, just check the Steam requirements. It might be all right. Like, it runs fine. It's just you can tell. Like, my PC's warm. Like, I can tell it's struggling a little bit. Let's unlock the doors. Let's do that. Find a parking brake. Let's do that. Cool. Isolate the brake lever. Put that into isolation. Put that into neutral. Put them to white. So what's quite good about this is that you do all this, and I've not actually done this, and I'm not gonna do this, but what you can do is you do all that, you leave that, and then you can choose to continue. So if you press that, you can just go back to the other side. So very similar to Train Sim World, where you could then change ends, go to the other. Well, run through the train so you can see inside of it, but you can run to the other end of the train, and then that's when you do another service, and then you take it back on yourself. It's got a timetable mode, which is what I like. I like a timetable mode. So it's definitely got a lot of potential, this game. I really do quite like it. So if you like the concept of Train Sim World, where you've got a timetable mode, you've got scenarios, things like that, then I would definitely say, yeah, go for it. I'm going to the front of the train. Yeah, it's very, very well detailed, this game. I would just definitely say you'll need it's Unreal Engine 5, which is definitely high end specs. VERM stands for Extended Interregional Rolling Stock. That's good. That's a good price. Even if it was 15 quid, I would buy it no matter what. Steering requirements for this are crazy, to be fair. If you do have early access, do you even need to pay for it at the release day to drive it? No, because I've been gifted a key for it to showcase it. So because I'm part of their content creator program, I do get given the key. But in turn, I've got to make content on it. So let me just check the details. I've got some details here. So hold on, bear with me a second. Bear with me a minute. Let me have a little look. So releases on the 7th of May, which is good. Other details. Go to that. Let's have a look. Product information in English. Platforms. It's on the PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. Published by Aerosoft and developed by Simuverse. Price to be determined, so there's no price yet for it. I will ask around and find out. If you are in my Discord server, feel free to join the Discord server. There's a link pinned there. I will confirm the price as soon as I know. Recommended system requirements for this is a 64-bit processor and operating system, Intel Core i5-4690 processor at 3.5 GHz, or an AMD Ryzen 5 1500X, 8GB of RAM, and need an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 170. I mean, they're quite low-end specs. You can change the specifications so that you don't have to. I'm running it in high. I think I'm in high graphics, but I could probably dial it down to medium. But I don't like how it looks on medium. So, yeah. Speaking of tours, I'm a tram driver at the Dutch Open Air Museum. We have our own 2-kilometre track for the park with historical Dutch trams. If you're ever in the country, I'll be happy to arrange it. Oh, okay. I'll be in touch if I ever come to the Netherlands. That sounds really cool. This looks like a bit like a DM90 diesel train. You live in Berlin and seeing the Gisela in SubwaySim2 feels really good. Yeah, it's a good train. It's a very good train and it's a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed it, and yeah, it's definitely something. If you're interested, it adds a couple of scenarios. Not too much in terms of gameplay. It's just more variety, and I think we've got another one coming in there as well for timing, which is quite good. That is a Gisela, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Nice, cool. So as that rolls in there, I'm going to leave the stream there because I'm going to go watch the F1, and then I'm going to be doing some prep for when I'm away, because I am off next week. I would normally stream on a Wednesday and a Saturday. However, next Wednesday and next Saturday, I am in the United States of America. So I will next be streaming on Wednesday the 13th of May, all being well. I am streaming over on Married to the Grid tomorrow night for the F1 Miami Grand Prix watch along. So feel free to go and check out that. Link to my F1 channel, which is shared between me and the missus, hence Married to the Grid, is all pinned there. So yeah, feel free to go and check it out and check us out there. But in terms of streams from me, won't be some for a little while, but there'll still be some content. I've got some content maybe on this. I've got a Euro Truck video coming out, which is interesting, and some Trains World stuff, obviously with the GBR releasing when it releases. So yeah, it's been really fun tonight. Thank you everyone for coming in tonight. We are very, very close to 8.32k, which is very, very awesome. So thank you all for the continued support. And yeah, again, thank you to Aerosoft for providing a game key for this, and also for letting us showcase it early. So let us know your thoughts if you end up picking it up. And yeah, thank you all for coming in tonight. Much appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye everyone.